Right, I was on Instagram Live. There, it's good crack. Is there people? There's probably a few people watching on YouTube that didn't see any of that stuff that I just done on Instagram, which is more than likely. Hello, welcome to the show. Now, it's such a seamless blend from going on Instagram to going on this. Those of you who are watching just on YouTube, it's probably a few of you. What happened this evening was we're a bit delayed. It's like, what time is it now? It's 8:15. We're usually not this late starting. There was a problem with the card. Was it the card, Morgan?
It was the card. It was not me.
No.
I promise.
It was the card. So supposedly computers run off cards, and there was a problem with it. So what I done was I did a few comments on YouTube, said we're going to be late. Then I went live on Instagram for a bit on James O.D comedy. Then I went live for a bit, and that was actually good crack. I like that, chatting to Lucila. And now I'm here live on YouTube with the nice background. But I done some behind the scenes stuff, so I hope you liked that. That was a hectic start to the show, but gets your adrenaline going, makes you feel good.
I enjoyed it. I think we should do it more often.
Are you still on the phone to Josh? He's stressing out, thinking it's still not working, is he?
Any moment this could all go wrong.
Really? Is it like that? Is it?
No, we're good.
We're not good at all. I can hear Josh on the phone laughing when I say that. Okay, so there may be some technical difficulties later on, but who knows? We'll see. It's all right. Tonight's show we're going to be chatting to Lucila, who is a comic from Argentina who used to live in China and she now lives in London. Whereabout in London, I hear you ask? She used to live here at the Bill Murray upstairs. Where the houses are. We have 3 bedrooms upstairs here. It's kind of a revolving cast of misfits and mentally ill who kind of stay over. Morgan's here at the moment. I'm here all the time.
What were you inferring by that statement?
I do always make smart comments at you because I think you're not listening, and then I try and catch you out. Yeah, who will be listening? Who's here tonight? All right, there's a lot of people. Rob Mayhew, you're in the comments tonight, son. Check out, he's doing Chatty Hour. Rob, if you're listening, I need to chat to you about maybe coming in on Monday, because now the social distancing is kind of relaxed a little bit. You'd be able to come in and we could do the 2 meters thing here. So you could go live with Lynn here or something like that and use the background. That'd be quite cool. Give me an email, give me a shout. I'll chat to you about that. I'd like to kind of expand the schedule a little bit because it's just me at the moment. And yeah, I'm the only one on camera, so there's loads of comics around who want to get down. I was chatting to Masood Milas. He's going live at 9:30 tonight on Twitch. He plays games and he chats. I actually clicked through it the other day, and there's loads of people on Twitch who are just normal people, but he's a professional comic, so he's pretty good at chatting, and it's good fun to watch him. If you go on to Twitch at 9:30 and search Masood Milas, you'll be able to find him playing games for a little bit. I'm sure he'd appreciate it if you jump on, give him a comment. It's nice to get the numbers up like that. It helps him out. Yes, that's what I want to do. Next week, I was talking to Francis Foster. He's a regular MC here, so I'm hoping to get him in next week. And what I'm thinking about doing is maybe setting up 2 tables, have them 2 meters apart. I go down one end, and then he'll be at the other, and we just... it's the type of show. It's kind of like he'd be co-host for a show, so I'd chat for a bit about something that I seen during the week that I'd like to tell him about. He talks about something that he's seen during the week that he wants to tell me about, and and then we banter it, and then I convince him to live his life as good as he wants, if that makes sense. So minor expansions to the schedule. I'm not too sure how quickly they'll happen. And hopefully they will. Tonight on the show, as in we're talking to Lucila, we're going to show a clip from her in a little bit. Do you guys, are you able to load up the clip, or do you have it ready on the side, or do you need a few minutes?
Good to go, man. It's
good to go. Cool. That's grand. Well, we're at 20 past already, so we might load up the clip and we'll start playing it. And afterwards, we'll be chatting to Lucila. So if you have any questions for her, or anything like that, stick them in the YouTube comments. We'll chat to her there. And you can play the clip and we'll chat to you soon. Thanks.
Hi everyone, my name is Lucila. I'm from Argentina. Yay! He didn't even cheer. He didn't even count. He didn't bother. There was a poll recently, and apparently Argentinians, and you'll vouch for this, apparently we are the unhappiest people in the entire world. So I'm very much at home in England. I've got a gilet and I have a nectar card. I'm ready to go. But it's good. Being unhappy makes you a bit creative about your life. Like I've started doing this thing where when I make my weekly to-do list, I always add eat chocolate and cry. So that when I finally do it, I can feel like I accomplished something. Or like I've started doing this thing where I leave my phone charger away from my bed. So I have a reason to get up in the morning. I'm 26 years old, and I'm still scared of becoming a teen mom. I'm 26. I grew up in the 90s in Argentina with a very feminist Latin American mother who was hugely concerned that my Barbie dolls were going to give me unrealistic expectations about my body. But I think if anything, as a millennial, Barbie dolls give me unrealistic expectations about home ownership. And I hadn't even moved to London yet. I moved here about a year ago, and my friends say I've changed. I was talking to my friend Moritz, who's German, who's saying, "Oh, Lucila, since you moved to the UK, you only date English guys. You only date English guys." And I was like, "No, Moritz, I also date English girls." It's 2019, get with the program. Boys like girls, and girls like orgasms. There's cheering women and a very cross man in the front row. No! Just up your game. We're here for it. It's fun. This is my first time living here. The first time I moved to the UK, I was 21 and I came to London to study English. Because I used to sound like this. This was my original accent, and I used to get made a lot of bullying. A lot of bullying was made to me, so I thought I will go to the London and I will study the English. But guys, it was a complete waste of my time and money because no one in London speaks English. It's just Spanish people working at cafes, isn't it? It's just what it is. But it's fine because we spend about our whole life studying this fucking language, and you only need 2 words to get around the UK. Like, give me a cheer if English isn't your first language. Woo! Cool. So this is the only thing they should have taught us in school. The only words you need to get around the UK are all right and cheers. And at first, when I first got here, I thought you needed a very convincing sorry. But I found out that if you wait long enough, a British person will apologize for something you did to them. And then you can just say cheers. Since I've been here, I'm trying to learn more about the UK. I read that apparently 38% of British people believe in ghosts. Give me a cheer if you believe in ghosts. Yay! Give me a cheer if you don't believe in ghosts. Woo! So a bit under 38%, lots of foreigners in, that's fine. We're very accepting. But I just love that British people believe in ghosts so much because they're just like the quintessentially British monster. So like you go to other countries, like you go to Romania, and in Romania they have vampires who bite into your neck, they suck your blood. That really hurts. Like it hurts. You come to Argentina and we have a bombero who steals your children away and throws them in the jungle. Actions have consequences. The UK, the monster that you get is ghosts, who cause mild discomfort. A draft! Where there didn't used to be a draft! A stranger. Uninvited for dinner. Maybe even a relative. No! We thought we had the house! I do love living in London. It's such a city of tradition, such a city of culture. Like this weekend, I saw someone snort cocaine of a tree branch. Just something about London. There are some things that I find quite difficult living here. Like I find dating quite difficult here because I think British people expect Latin American women to be like Shakira. And like, Shakira's hips don't lie. Fine, kind of inform full sentences. I also hate that stereotype. This is our stereotype that Argentinians are like Latin Americans that we're super intense when we're dating. That we're super intense when we're dating. And I hate that stereotype because it's fucking spot on. Like, I was at this Argentinian party, and I've been away for a couple of years now. I've lived in different places, and I hadn't been around Argentinians for a long time, and I met this guy who within 5 minutes, he was Argentinian, within 5 minutes, he told me what his hometown was. That wasn't my hometown. I have nothing to do with me. Where he went to university, he dropped out of law school to move to the UK to become a chef. And the kitchens, he met this lovely girl, Estonian. They fell in love. They got married. It was absolutely beautiful until she cheated on him with his best mate. And now he's back in the kitchens looking for love. 5 minutes with an Argentinian. I got his entire life story. I've been on dates with British people for an hour and a half. And all I got was her Wi-Fi password. The other thing I find really difficult living here is that I work with lots of English people, and they don't believe that I'm from a third world country. And I think that's because I'm white. And they're racist. But I think the message came across when my aunt came to visit, and she picked me up from work one day, and she's a lot more Latin American looking than I am, and she picked me up from work and she was like, Lucila, Lucilita. Lucilita. Tonight, we are going shopping in Oxford Circus. We are going shopping in Oxford Circus. Never in my life I own clothes of the quality of the cotton at Primark. My aunt, right? She spent £482 at Primark. She bought. We own Primark now. That's what I've done. But it's like I'm trying not to shop at Primark anymore. I'm trying because of like all the fast fashion and stuff. I'm trying to become a better person. Like I'm trying to become the kind of person that my Spotify Discover Weekly thinks I am. And I think part of that is because I am in a relationship now with a guy, sadly. Anyways. And I love him, and I want to be the best person I can to him. But it's great, like when you love someone. Some things are a bit difficult. Like it was his birthday, I didn't know what to get him that would express all like my love and like how I enjoy spending time with him. And I was with another comedian. He suggested that for his birthday, I took him to an escape room. It wasn't Rajiv, it was a different comedian. But I was like, fuck that. An escape room with a partner is just an argument with a timer. He was like, no, that's great. Because it's going to be great for you. Because you both love puzzles and are very insecure about your intelligence. Great time. But I didn't want it to be like that. Because he was like, oh, it's going to be great. Because on his birthday, you get to find out what you love more. Being right or each other. So I didn't get him that. I got him an M&S voucher. I think he liked it, but you know what British people are like? He was like, oh, why have emotions when you can have tea? But yeah, he is very, very English. But it's fine. I don't really see it dating English people as a type. As an Argentinian, I just see it as reclaiming my islands one day at a time. Like, eventually I'll get there. Thank you so much. My name is Izzard.
We're live. Nice one. Class, we're back. Lucila, you can hear me all right? Are you on the screen?
Am I on the screen?
I don't know. Josh has put you on the screen. He hasn't done it yet.
I mean, on my YouTube feed, I can
There,
still
you're
see
there
it.
now. Cool. All right. Everyone can see and hear us. So far, so good. This is the dodgiest stream I've ever done, but it's all right. So, Lucila, how are you doing down there?
Can you see me?
Yeah, I can.
Oh, brilliant. I'm just getting the stream on as well so that I can have a monitor.
Yeah, well, you'll be able to see the comments, but it's about 20 seconds behind, so anything that comes in kind of, if it's a witty comment that tries to hit on something, we'll miss it.
Oh, there we are. Fantastic.
Yeah. As I was going to say, I was telling everyone during the break, Lucila was trying to set up a background, but unfortunately she's the same colour as her current background. So
Yeah.
if she does like a tropical background on their Zoom thing, it just covers her whole face.
Really sad.
Yeah. It's just like she's a top floating in a tropical paradise. Yeah. Where are you from? Where are you dialing in from? I remember it's Bognor Regis.
Bognor Regis.
Yeah, that's
From Scotland.
That's incredibly sad. So, say if I'm looking at a map and I'm looking at Brighton, are you over to the left or the right?
I don't know. I didn't drive. I sat on a train and the train brought me here.
Well, as you were heading south, did you kind of veer left or right when you were heading towards Brighton?
I sat on a train and the train brought me here.
Oh, okay. Not so bad.
I don't know. I am so terrible at geography.
Yeah, it's all right.
I think it's just like, it's bang in the middle, I think.
Really? All right. That's not so bad. That's where Brighton is. That's really popular.
It's really nice. It's the sunniest place in the UK, which means nothing.
No, it means it has daylight occasionally. That's probably what that means. Yeah.
Much better than I've been watching Normal People like everyone else.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. How long do I have on the stream tonight?
And I just keep thinking of your comments about the weather
Yeah, that was
all the time.
That's an incredibly grey. I've been watching Ozark, so I watched Normal People and then Ozark, and then both of them are really grey. A lot of blues going on, but that's what it's like. It's not just the weather. It's kind of the person. It's like the mood of the people oozes out into the weather, and that's why it's so kind of grey and dreary and blue.
So maybe people watching don't know. Normal People is a show set in Ireland based on a novel by Sally Rooney.
Mm-hmm.
James is Irish. I have lots of questions. Do people really wear grey to school?
They do, yeah. They do. Those like.
Because I was watching it, and I remember that Simpsons episode where they give kids uniforms, and the uniforms are grey, and everyone thinks that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
So is Ireland just Springfield when it sucks?
Yeah, well, all the schools in Ireland that were set up by priests and nuns a long time ago, so they wanted everyone to be as miserable as possible, just like them. So they made everyone wear grey. They've brightened them up a little bit. We had, before I went to secondary school, so the way it works in Ireland is you go to national school from the ages of 4 until 12, secondary school from 12 to 18, and then you go straight into university once you're 18. And then, so when I was going to secondary school from the ages of 12 to 18, the few years before us, they had maroon. They used to really dark maroon and grey trousers and grey shirt. And it was grey shirt. It just looked mental, But then they started to brighten things up with our uniform when we kind of went in, and it was blue. So it was very exciting times in the parish.
Because it was blue.
Yeah, yeah.
My school uniform was, we didn't really have a school uniform. We just had a PE kit, and it was grey and white and green, like dark green. I had an owl.
Did you just wear your PE kit all the time, was it?
No, we just didn't. So my school didn't believe in uniforms. They believed that we should all be unique and artsy. So, but they couldn't have us do PE in our own clothes by law. They had to have a PE uniform. So they just gave us that. So we only wore it for PE. And
then you just wore your normal clothes all the time then?
Yeah.
That's ultimate.
I still wear them. They still fit. You've seen me wear them. I'll do some high school pictures at some point, and I wear the same clothes. They still.
You wear the same clothes as you were in school. Are all schools in Argentina like that?
No.
No.
Well, for most secondary schools, you can wear whatever you want, unless it's a private school, and then you have to wear a uniform.
And is it a similar age setup in Argentina? When do you go to preschool or anything like that, and then is there two different schools before uni, or what ages are you when you start doing it?
So I think school's mandatory from when you're 5, and then you go on to that one that's 6 to 12, and one that's 13 to 18. But my parents sent me to school since I was 2. Because I'm unbearable. No, because they worked all day, so I started going to kindergarten at 2.
So you were 2? Oh, okay. I was I think when I was 3 years old, it wasn't what we call a play school. I was dropped off once a week. I went when I was 3, and then when I was 4, I went twice a week, and then started school when I was 4 properly. Then that was good times. I remember catching butterflies. That was great fun. Yeah.
I don't remember much. I remember making a city out of blocks, and someone breaking it. And I remember eating biscuits. They'd bring a tray of biscuits whenever I was having breakfast, and the kids would just grab it and lick it and just be very childish around them. It's just disgusting.
You're when I said butterflies there, it totally just brought back this memory where I had this biscuit tin box, and I used to go out into the field with a friend of mine, and we had like a butterfly net and catch butterflies and put them in the box. And I'd done it for hours, and then I opened up the box later on. They weren't even dead. They were just their wings had melted or some shit like. It was really awful. They were like twitching. I tried to release them, but like it was like they were dissolving because it was too warm. Sorry, butterflies.
Wait, Carlitos is saying about, so we have this thing that we wear in school. If you go to a public school, you wear like a white, like a lab coat to go to school. But I went to private school, so I didn't. But both my brothers went to public school, so they did wear one. But they're very like a symbol of schools back home.
Wearing lab coats.
Yeah, it's kind of like a lab coat.
Yeah, I would expect that like in where is it? Maybe why would they make large lab coats in the countries there? I don't know.
It's fun. I would wear them to fancy dress parties to pretend I was a mad scientist. Also, I'll show you pictures.
Well, I suppose you only needed so much clothes that you had to wear. So, like, if you had your PE clothes and your lab stuff, and then just your normal clothes, that's all you had to wear all the time.
Yeah, I guess.
Had all your bases covered.
I wish we had. If there's 2 things I would love to have from school as a grown-up, maybe 3 things. I really like school, but I would really like to have a uniform so I don't have to think about what I wear. But I do kind of have a uniform, wear the same 3 outfits all the time. And I would love to still have PE because I'm so lazy. Like, I wish I would have mandatory physical stuff. Which is kind of like living with you was a bit like that because you work out every day and you eat very healthy. And when I was living with you, I would feel very guilty if I wasn't working out. But since lockdown, I've really let myself go. All the shit. I've done 1 set of exercise, I've done exercise 3 times. I go on walks, but it doesn't really count.
Yeah, you have to get your heart rate up a certain level for it to be exercise. But like walking is still good. If you go out for a big walk every day, it's really good for your mental health and it's good enough for your physical as well. Ideally, you'd do some weights and you do some stuff like that. But if you are going out for a walk and you can do it,
slab now. It's just very sad.
What have you and Pat, your boyfriend, have you stuck to the vegan diet a good bit while you're down there?
We're not vegan. We're vegetarian. We're not that much. But we haven't. No, we kind of did at first, but because we're living with his family, it's a bit odd. Like, we don't want to put anyone out, so we just eat whatever is available. Except tonight we made really good Chinese food, so that we only us ate that because that was very spicy.
That's all right. I'm still thinking about normal people. Do you have any more questions about it? Even if people in the comments have some questions about it, I can answer them all. They're all my friends. That was my school.
Is the guy who plays the main character really a famous football player?
I don't think so. Like, he's definitely. I know good few football players, and he's not one of them. I don't think.
Like Gaelic football.
Yeah, well, he's like a clone of all kind of lads that age back at home. They all look like that and sound like that.
When we started watching it, we were laughing because everyone looked 30. So we thought, oh, they just cast lots of 30-years to play teenagers. And then we looked them up, and the oldest one was like 22. Everyone just looks ancient. Yeah,
it's not as bad as Greece though. That set the benchmark for old people trying to be cool teenagers.
No, but these ones are actually teenagers. They just look ancient.
Oh yeah, that's the weather in Ireland. A lot of people, we have an expression. That lad, he's slept with his head outside the tent for too long.
In case anyone at home is wondering, James has a wonderful skincare routine and hair care routine where he just uses coconut oil.
Yeah,
that's his routine for the fantastic complexion. He also eats high collagen food.
Yeah, that's true. I think looking young is mainly genetics, and my hair care routine is just coconut oil, but my skincare is sometimes coconut oil when I'm cooking with it spatters up onto my face and I just wipe it in. That's as far as I go with my skincare routine. I wonder what other secrets can you reveal about living with James that the audience would love to know.
So I've and the things that I've missed in lockdown now that because I used to live with James up until this odd thing happened.
Up until the incident.
Sorry?
I was saying you still live with me up until the incident. It's like enough talking. Listen on to our next guest.
But I think that one of the hardest things is not seeing James every day. I would have every day I would get the minutiae of your life, what you ate, what you didn't eat. Is this your life now, Morgan?
Yeah.
And also there was a whole lot of talking about Tinder and about Bumble and all of them. But I don't imagine you're using them much, or you want to discuss that on a live stream.
No, I have people knocking on the door, so I just let them in. Friday and Saturday nights, it's party central here, to be honest. And I try and take the live stream serious all the other days. No ladies could allow come over. But all the rest of the time, it's pretty good. Yeah. I was on... What was I on? I was on some of the apps at the start of lockdown, but then I just turned them all off, like, because there was no point. Kind of, no one would meet up, or if they did, they're probably infected and they want to spread it or something. So
yeah, why would you meet up with someone who wants to meet up? That's not nice.
yeah, it's strange behavior. Yeah.
The list of what he didn't eat. If you next time we're all at Bill Murray, I'll take you upstairs and you can see it because it's on the wall. It's a list of things he doesn't eat. And it's very long. It's, I think, 4 sheets of paper.
4 sheets of paper. No, what they are is there's a diet called the autoimmune protocol diet, and it's the most hardcore diet I ever kind of came across. And the idea is that there's a lot of stuff that you eat that you're allergic to or has a negative effect on your body that you don't realize. So some people might think, oh, I can have dairy and it's no problem. But if you cut it out for a month and then have a load of it, then you'll kind of see, oh no, it does make me bloated, or it does make me feel lethargic or something like that. So there's loads of foods like that. So you cut them all out and you introduce them again and see if they're good or that. So most things I can eat.
I really miss this because now I actually I now actually have to work hard in meditating. Before it was just like, oh, James will just talk about his food for about 10 minutes. So I can just zone out and go to my happy place.
Yeah.
Now I actually had to download Headspace.
Yeah, no, I never got Headspace, but obviously everyone talks about it the whole time. I've started doing pranayama, which is like breath work.
Oh, it's breath work.
Yeah. So you do this like 4 different ones that know. You have like, you just inhale for 4, exhale for 8, hold, and like there's a mixture of retention, inside and outside breath, and then you're breathing in and out. And you do them for different ratios, and then I do my breathing through one nostril and the other. But I do all that type of stuff for about 15 minutes, and then I do my meditation. And it's like once you start your meditation, you've already been doing it for like 20 minutes because you've been doing your breath work. So if you were living here, that's what I would have been talking about for the past 20 days.
I'm really sorry, Morgan.
It's okay. I've survived. Out of interest,
So, Morgan,
did he do
you're
his
in the back. You've stolen my bedroom. What's happening there? I miss it. All my things are there. I left my favorite lipstick. Not that I've been using it.
Not that I have either, but it's the comfiest room. But I want to know, when you lived with James, did he do yoga every 2 minutes? Every conversation?
Did I? Every 2 minutes? No, I've recently upped my yoga routine from once a day to all the time during the day. So I do my main one in the morning, but then like I might practice my handstands in the afternoon. And when Morgan is talking to me, when Morgan gets on a flow, he goes for about 20 minutes to an hour. So I get a quick session in while he's chatting. Just do some yin yoga, kind of touch my toes, but still pay attention because he's talking about live stream. It's important.
You do a lot of yoga.
I do
I've
loads.
done yoga twice since lockdown started. One was trying to introduce my boyfriend to yoga. He does not appreciate it. He does not see the value in it. It's very funny to watch him try.
What? Has he tried it? Has he done yoga with Adrian? She's super popular.
Yeah. We do yoga with Adrian. So he runs marathons. So I was like, oh, I'll just make him watch one of the running videos and he'll really like it. And he did not like it because she goes very quickly.
Yeah.
You need to know yoga before you see her, I think.
Oh, class. I like. Where does she's from? America, is she?
I do not know.
Yeah. What is it about her that has made it so popular? Does she have a cat in her videos or something, or what is it?
I think she's just been going on for a long time.
Okay, yeah. She's been going a good while. She's good at what she does and genuinely enjoys it. That seems to be the key. Yeah. No, this is pretty good. We're getting a few questions in the comments. Some people are wondering about my hair care routine. Geez, we might need to book in a whole hour for that, Morgan, I suppose. I'll give them the highlights now. I wash my hair every 5 days. Wash it, shampoo twice, then condition it, then get all the knots out, then comb it with a Y2 comb, an R2 comb. It's all dried off. Then I put a tiny bit of coconut oil in it, like a little, about the size of toothpaste. Put it through my hair, let it dry naturally. Do that every 5 days. Yeah. Does that sound about right, Lucilla? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I run out of coconut oil and have to go down to the kitchen, and then I just use the cooking coconut oil, and it's the same stuff, so I don't mind using it. Oh, who's asking about the Wim Hof method? Did you ever hear about Wim Hof, Lucilla? No?
No, what is it?
Wim, Wim, what is it? Jesus Christ. Wim Hof is this dude, right? He's got a beard, he's really into breathing, and he likes going into ice baths to prove how big of a fucking lad he is. But he's been doing different breathing methods, and he...
Sounds like my enemy.
Yeah, you like kind of walking. He likes ice baths and breathing loads. But he has loads of different breathing techniques, and he's very passionate about breathing. I do find people online, you think you'd pick something you're really into, like stand-up, or you'd pick something you're really into, like even yoga or something like that, and then you make that. Like this, I found one dude who's really into moving. He's just movement. That's what it is. Like yoga, no, movement. So he just moves in strange ways. Not even dancing, it's just moving, like no music. And then Wim Hof, he's just into breathing. So he breathes loads of different ways, and he gets really high from breathing, and it makes him really strong, and it helps him control his mind so he can get into cold things. That's what he's into, Wim Hof. He's a mad bastard.
I want to address the next question. Is it a common feature of people who live at the Bill Murray to have amazing hair? Yes.
Ooh.
The only person we've had in 2 years who didn't have amazing hair shaved it off. That's just how it is. You need to have amazing hair.
Yeah. Who had amazing hair that shaved it off?
John.
Oh yeah, he did.
I literally just made a joke about that. Is
Yeah.
that true?
Yeah, it was John. He lived here for a while. He set up a lot of our back end systems for the bar. He lived here for a few months, and he shaved all his hair off because he was angry with.
Also, a very funny comedian. He has a podcast about wrestling.
It's called.
I think.
It's called Open Guard, and it's about MMA fighting and boxing and stuff like that. So a part of MMA would be wrestling. So technically, you're a little bit correct in there somewhere.
I don't know, man. I've lived with too many men. I need to now live in a household of only women, where we talk about things that I actually care about.
Yeah. So what? Say if a load of girls were living above the Bill Murray instead of just you and a load of lads.
Oh my god, we had so much fun. It was like when Lois and Amy were living with us.
That's true, actually. Yeah. Why they were living? Oh, both of them were homeless. That's why they moved in for a while, class.
Yeah, we had a great time.
Yeah.
We had a great time.
That was
we
quite
have a
nice.
fantastic
Yeah.
video of Lois. It doesn't matter. We have a couple of really funny videos. I'll ask for permission to broadcast them into the world.
Yeah, that were. We've had loads of people that live here. Yeah, when there was girls living here, it was quite nice because they do just hang out in the kitchen. There's always good chats going on. Whereas if it's lads, it's kind of, it's still not as much chat going on. A lot more yoga and press ups, that type of thing.
When boys live with us, there's a lot more Pret rappers going around.
Yeah, it's mainly Francis.
John as well.
John, yeah. But I think people
So
go.
many people have lived with us in the last 2 years. It's really never ending.
Yeah, I think people go to Pret because they want like a healthy option or something, but it's just a sandwich. You may as well just get the meal deal in like Tesco or something. It's all the same,
Except the Pret tomato pickle. What is it? Oh, that's the best sandwich ever.
Oh,
Posh cheddar and pickle. That's my favorite sandwich.
I haven't had a sandwich in a couple of years.
Bill Murray is basically a filter for comics. That is correct.
Yeah, this is what's it called? Something for comics? Shelter for comics, yeah. It's like, do you ever see a dog shelter where all the dogs are really sad and they've had a tough life? And they just want to be loved and they don't have any parents anymore.
Yes, except the dogs don't get a discount at the bar.
20% discount if you work here. So line up, guys. Whenever the bar is open in 2032,
2032, the next
2032, yeah. And what guys we don't even know yet. Yeah.
Lois, let's just say that you come out very well in those videos. You're very funny.
Yeah, Lois students and videos. She got when she
comics have lived there. We can't say, mostly for tax purposes.
Yeah. Pretty much, actually. Lot of addressed bills from revenue coming to this address.
Oh my god, so many.
Yeah, they're all furloughed now, so it'll be alright. Who else am I thinking? Yeah, a lot of people has lived here for, like, we've only been open about 3 years or something, but like there's been an awful lot of people that stay here. I would say it's because it's such a good place to live, but it's not. It's the complete opposite. People move in and they need to get out because it's very bad for their mental health to live here.
But it makes up for it though. Living above the Bill Murray has been such a good childhood in so many ways.
Yeah.
In some ways, it's been terrible. I've had several mental breakdowns about it, but I also loved every second of it.
Yeah,
I can't wait to go back.
You've been here nearly as long. Oh no, I've been here about 2 and a bit years now. Oh no, it was actually 2 years just last weekend I moved in. And I started living up here. You've been here for just over a year now. But I say if you want to live here long term, you really do have to commit to an hour yoga a day and really stay on top of your meditation to make sure that you can.
I'm drinking from a straw because I hate ice against my teeth because I have sensitive gums. But that's a very good question. I've actually haven't drunk from a straw in months because I forgot my reusable straw at the Bill Murray.
Oh, you have a metal straw here, all right, yeah. Is that biodegradable, that straw?
I think so.
Yeah, is there a little filter? It filters out the virus from inside the drink as you drink it, is that true?
No.
No, fair enough.
It does have lemon. There was a point in the pandemic thing where people were saying, oh, you need to drink lemon or drink hot water. And it's not the case.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Lemon or hot water. There's been some strange kind of cures as well. Whenever something comes out, they always suggest vitamin C as a massive cure for it all. But yeah, it doesn't always happen. Who's that? Is that Pat walking around, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's he doing? He's going for a run
He's
around.
trying to hide it.
He's going for a run around the room or something.
He's going to charge his phone.
Yeah.
I don't think he wants to be on camera, so I'll just ignore him.
Yeah, well, you can tell the people swapping him.
Say hi, you idiot. Why?
I think he's just leaving you there.
He just left me. He just grabbed a bag and left me.
Yeah, that's all right. You might tell him I'd like to get him on the live stream next week. We could chat about running. That'd be fun.
Just drop me in.
He's there. You can hear me.
I don't understand what's happening. I don't know where to look. Bye.
Yeah.
He wants me to do the jokes I did about him at the bar before he comes on.
Okay, yeah.
But I want it.
Tell us, lockdown is after easing up a little bit now, right? You can kind of meet other people from other places. When are you gonna? Has it made any difference down there, or do you just still go? You can go out more often, but I think everyone was just going out as much as they wanted anyway. In some ways, like.
I think it's really, really silly. I don't think they should have opened up. I think it's ridiculous. But having said that, people here have like. This is a small town. You don't really run into people. You have to make an effort to run into people. So it's quite safe here. So people about a week ago started just kind of going out, like we'd go out on walks. We're very close to the seaside. So we'd walk to the seaside and you started seeing people like drinking by the seaside with friends. So it hasn't really changed that much. So let's see tomorrow, because tomorrow's the day it all changes. Mm-hmm. But I'm not really planning on going out further or seeing people or anything.
Yeah, and you think that they should have just left it as it is. They shouldn't have released it a little bit, no?
I think there should definitely be a difference between what happens in London and what happens in the rest of the UK, maybe with exception of the big cities, because it's a bit ludicrous that everyone has to, like, people in villages have to follow the same rules as people in London that live like all on top of each other. Mm-hmm. But I don't think the numbers are good enough to actually start releasing people into the wild. I just think this is just pushing for another peak. Mm-hmm. But, you know.
Well, I think definitely in London.
They're the experts. They should know. I don't know.
Yeah, well, they don't know, and they're not really experts because they've got a lot wrong already. I'd like to chat to people from other countries, but like, I think you've definitely hit on something there. People in the cities and stuff, there should be different rules. Like, if there's no people cramming on tubes down in like there's no tubes down there. Like, that's not happening, and they're not giving clear guidelines at all. Like, because they're just saying, oh, try not to go. Like, what are they hoping? They're kind of saying, oh, go back to work if you have to, and if you do, like, no, they should just say, right, we need 20% of the economy to get back to work now to kind of keep things going. These are the sectors that we're picking that can use the tubes, that can go out, can do that. Don't just say construction can start again. Like you don't need to, because that's a huge chunk, and that's everyone just getting on the tubes. Maybe high end. If you have a car, you're allowed to go to work. If you don't, you can't.
It's very difficult. Yeah. It's just very difficult.
Yeah.
But it's also like I can see what my family is going through in Argentina, and they've been in absolute lockdown and quarantine for like 2 months now. And then I see what's happening here, where we're allowed to go for walks every day, and like I see people chatting to each other at social distancing without a mouth guard or anything. Mouth guard? That's not it.
Yeah.
What is it? Like a shield, whatever.
Yeah.
I just don't think. I just think it will push the end back, and it's really crap because it's just a kind of thing of, yeah, you get to see your friends or family now because they're across the road, but then those of us that are very far from our families, like both of us, we don't know when we're going to see our families again because that takes an airplane.
Yeah.
So I'd find it a bit selfish.
Yeah, well, we're foreigners.
But then again, I'm also selfish. I want them to stay home so that I can see my family at some point. We're all just out for ourselves.
What has it been like?
Isn't this fun? Isn't this comedy?
No, what has it been like for your family in Argentina? You're saying that they've been in proper lockdown. Like, are they able to go out to shops, or what is it exactly that they're kind of? Are they?
They're able to go to shops and care for their elderly, but they're not able to do anything else. And yeah. And they're still working. My parents are still working. My brothers are still working. So that's good.
Okay, but do they work from home or do they go to work?
They're working from home.
Okay, so there's no...
My mom's a professor, so she teaches from home. My older brother's a teacher, so he teaches from home. Okay. My younger brother is a uni student, so he might be watching. He's the kind of thing he would really enjoy.
Yeah, we'll have to send it on to him. I'll get him on the live stream next week. I just book it as I go, Yeah, I don't know. Like, I was looking at different countries. Like, a lot of people, my family back at home in Ireland, they were really praising the government in Ireland for, like, as soon as things started kicking off, instant lockdown, stop everything, economy shut down, and like it was way ahead of what the UK had done. And then as well as that, like last week they had this 5 kind of phase plan, and it was fairly well laid out, and it was explained like these are the first ones, and then if we reach this thing it'll go back. It wasn't like Sunday night. Like, who wrote his speech on Sunday night? It was saying that you can go out but you can't. And you can go to work if you have to, but don't if you don't have to, and please don't, but you can if you need to. Like, it was totally like that.
After watching that, I just felt like, Frodo in the Lord of the Rings, when he just looks at Gandalf and goes, "You keep your secret." That's how I felt.
Yeah, I haven't watched the Lord of the Rings, don't like them, but
what? What were you doing in the 2000s?
Yeah, I tried to read the book once, and I got to the bottom of the page and I didn't take Anthony in, so I says this is not for me, and I went back to my Harry Potter's audio book.
It's one of those books that you just have to read across, just skim them and hope something sticks.
Yeah, that's what my brother does with the Game of Thrones. He says there's all these complicated names, but eventually they kind of seep into your head, and you kind of know what's going on. It's like, I can't read like that. I need to know exactly what's happening. That's why.
Yeah. Daniela, how's Brazil?
Oh yeah.
It's one of those places that I'm not thinking about on purpose because it's so terrible.
Yeah, there's some of those countries that, when I do think about them, I do think about their cities. And fair enough, Manhattan is people are chalked on top of each other, but that's not as much as Brazil or Rio de Janeiro, where everyone is packed in and it's really hot and everyone's just bumping into each other because it's so busy and there's markets and everything like that.
Yeah. I had a video call with my friends from my master's last weekend, and it was me and a friend were both kind of in the UK. My friend was in London, and then we had 2 friends that were on holiday in Thailand and then just had to stay. That's just what happened. They live because they're stuck. And then there were 2 of the girls who were in New York. One of them is studying and the other one has an internship. So neither of them are making enough money to survive in New York. And then another one was in Madrid. It was we're all in epicenters of it's just it was such a harrowing 2-hour conversation.
Mm-hmm. You seem to be quite afraid of this virus. Are you not? You don't want to? Do you want to take it on yourself? No.
People are dying.
I know, but like that was a while ago. Like America's opening back up. It's opening back up. The comedy clubs are looking for.
Opening back up. America shouldn't be opening back up because we never shut down. Americans are dying, and this is dangerous.
They're looking for headliners down in Florida in Sizzler's Comedy Club for the middle of June.
You go enjoy Florida, my friend.
Man, they're opening up. They're just like, you see, I think what you said at the start of this conversation, cities are different to wide expanses of space in the countryside. Like somewhere like Alabama or something where it's like 100 miles before you hit the next house or something. They're already distancing enough, But then when you come to cities and it's all packed on top of each other, there does need to be different rules. It's not just a blanket thing for the whole country, So there's parts of the economy that should be opened up, but I do have kind of a bit of sympathy for them in some ways. The people who are kind of running the government in that, because it is a pandemic and they're in the middle of it, and they do have to do blanket rules because they need to make a decision quick. They can't go case by case. And like even as soon as they start saying like, oh, London does this different, or sorry, where exactly does London end? This business is on the internet, but they're based in London, but no one works in it. It's like it becomes too complicated, so they just do a blanket thing.
Let's talk about something else.
Uh,
You know what you should do with problems? Ignore them.
Ignore them, yeah. Is any
You should ignore them. It's the kind of thing that, like, I'm not very following. Like, a lot of people are following the death count very closely. I'm just like, I don't need to follow the death count because it's painful and stressful. And all I need to do is stay in, wash my hands, and that's what I can do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can order things from small businesses and support the economy, but what else can I do? I'm just a girl.
Yeah, if everyone, whether it's like a big thing in the world or a small thing, all you can do is like, what is this? The world, the line of good and evil is divided down the middle of every person. So like, if you want to be good in the world, if you want to change in the world, you have to look at the individual and do what you can yourself. And that'll kind of spur out in the world. That is most you can do. Yeah. So if you do wash your hands and you do social distancing, that's as much you can do. And then hopefully everyone else does that, and then we're saved.
Yeah. Nice. I like the snouts. It's in a poetry night.
Yeah.
Let's talk about something else.
Yeah. When are you going to come and visit me? You could come and visit someday.
When things calm down. I really miss London. I miss the comedy club. I miss you.
Yeah, it'll be another few weeks anyway. Like I say, it'll be another 3 weeks before they even think about changing anything more, maybe. But who knows? They could do it week by week. Yeah, it'd be nice to get some housemates back and start get a lot of people working on the live stream or doing different shows. Or I'd love to figure out how to do a social distancing show. There's some comic up in the Midlands, I think, and he's trying to do a show, except he's treating it like those classic American drive-through movie type things.
Yeah, so the headline.
Yeah, so you pull up in your car and then you watch him do a show.
Someone put together an AI not AI, like a VR comedy night, and you can put in your goggles and you're on stage and you see all the little character people.
Oh, that's quite good.
People are being really creative.
Yeah, I don't know what'll work like with this, man. We're doing a live gig with loads of people there. That's such an incredible buzz for the audience and for the people on stage and everything like that. Like it will come back at some stage, but all the virtual reality stuff, all that other stuff, it'll just be not even 10%. It'll be a different thing altogether. It won't be as good,
I really hope the virtual things stay after lockdown. With the writing gyms, the Angel Comedy writing gyms, people seem to really like that they're online and you can just tune in from home.
Do you know what we could? Do you know what we could do actually? We could have the gyms on here on Saturdays as normal, except we stick a camera up and then people from around the world can tune in and do it live.
Yeah, that would be really nice.
Yeah, that's a fucking great idea.
Yeah, well, they've been really nice. I led one on Friday and we played categories and it was fun.
Yeah, what nights are they on, or what days are they on now, the writing gyms?
It's Thursday through Sunday at 2 p.m.
At 2 p.m. And how long does it go on for?
It's an hour and a half. Yeah. Someone's mentioning there was Sonathon last week, I watched a lot of it. I really loved it. I used to watch it when I was a teenager in Argentina. I remember watching it, tuning in from from my parents' house in my bedroom, not from my parents' bedroom. That would be so weird. And I really, really loved the What's-on-a-thon this year. Some moments just broke me, like the gay wedding. It was so nice. I was close to tears. Did you watch it, James?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, Mark Watson, the comedian, that's 24-hour shows. He's done a few online. He did one online last weekend, was it?
Mm-hmm.
And it had really fun things. Tim Key was there the whole time. I kept remembering his shows last year. It was absolutely lovely. Then what else happened? Someone watched Sex and the City, the entirety of Sex and the City for 24 hours without sleeping.
Ugh.
What else happened? Adam Larter made a Greg's in his house. Ben Target, I didn't watch it, but he told me about it. He did a Fox watch at like 5 a.m. He went out to interview foxes in his bedroom.
Come on, Ben. I like it.
In his neighborhood. I spent all afternoon with a terrible migraine, and then I tried to do a spreadsheet of the writing gym, and I kept putting everything wrong. So now I'm just like, I just don't know how to speak anymore. My brain's gone.
No, you gave a good show.
What's-on-a-thon was better online for an online viewer than the live show. I've never watched the live shows. But it was all so beautiful. I really enjoyed it. It made me feel like I was a part of something.
Yeah, I think that's where the evolution of the kind of the podcast is going to go. It's going to go to this. Yeah, we had the podcast where two people sit down, the chat, and it's just audio. Then we had the video podcast, and now I kind of think where you have the comments, you have it live, and you're able to do like a video podcast, and it's more interactive and stuff. I think that's where things are going. And then it sounds like the What's-on-a-thon was kind of similar to that as well. Like, you know, it's the live element of the podcast where people can comment on that. And that's what's kind of getting interesting now, like, and that's what's developing. And I think that's what people maybe want, more so than someone doing live stand-up to a empty room, like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The idea of just like standing here and doing stand-up is just very sad.
Yeah, I do. That's how I practice. Like, if I'm coming up with ideas, I just try and do stand-up to myself up in my room, just pacing around and stuff. But it's purely for exploratory reasons, and you do it for hours before, like, over a few days before you get anything. It's miserable.
People watching don't know this, but when I moved in, your bedroom was entirely red. Mm-hmm. So his bedroom the walls were red, the floor was red. Was the ceiling red?
Ceiling was red. It was a box.
Ceiling was red. Everything was red, and it was really scary. Mm-hmm. I thought he made that choice, but that was not the case. And then he went through a really terrible breakup and then redid the bedroom, and I thought it was really silly because the red floorboards would have been fantastic.
Yeah, it turns out it wasn't the breakup that was terrible. I just didn't like the room, and once I painted that, I felt like I was in control of my life again.
Who has a red bedroom for that long? I just don't get it.
I just didn't care. Like, I wanted a red bedroom less than painting it all, but then eventually I kind of said, fuck it, I'm going to do it all, make it nice. Since I'm going to be bringing loads of people back all the time, I need to have a nice place. Yeah.
My bedroom at the Bill Murray is sky blue, which is a color I also don't like, but it's fine.
Yeah. I think we painted it red. We painted the whole thing red, Morgan, the other day, didn't we?
Yeah, go for it. I'd much rather a red bedroom than a sky blue bedroom.
Yeah. That's cool. We're coming up to 9:10 now. Anyway, I know we started a bit late, but I'm trying to wrap it up anyway. But I'll chat to you later on. Thanks a million for talking. And I'll see you. I'll see you again soon. And that was a chaotic start, but it was definitely fun and very memorable. And I love how you're chatting to the comments as well. I really like that. I'm going to encourage other guests to kind of do that as well. I think it was a nice flow, and I'm picking up new little tricks all the time for the live stream. So thanks for helping me.
I also think it's great that we went on for about an hour without talking about work or how the shower's leaking. Which are our biggest topics of conversation.
Tune in next week.
Tune in next week and we'll discuss everything that's wrong with the pipes.
Yeah, Jesus. Right. That'll be fun. All right, Lucila, thanks for chatting, and I'll see you again soon. Bye. Miss you lots. Bye.
See you.
Aww.
Oh, that was good crack.
Yeah, it was good off.
Yeah, we're still live. I know. I'm going to have a tasty drink. Yeah, it's good for you to watch that. That was kind of cool. It was nice chatting to Lucila, catching up. my skincare routine. I'm worried I'm hitting some of the same topics repeatedly, Morgan. What do you think?
I don't think that's happened. No one's commented on that.
No?
No, I think we're fresh and ready every stream.
Yeah, fresh, new content available, pre-recorded. Oh yeah, no, it's not happening.
The only thing I want to pick up on during that is you scoffed at Sex and the City.
Yeah.
When I have caught you watching Sex and the City.
Yeah, there's a girl that I was chatting to who likes it, and then I watched a couple episodes to try and connect with her. Wasn't really into that show, to be honest. I mean, I like those things, Sex and Cities, like they're fucking great. Marriage made in heaven, but when it comes to it, just wasn't into it. Yeah, wasn't a big fan. I'll give it another shot. We'll watch an episode tonight.
Maybe we should do a 24/7 live stream of you just watching all of Sex and the City.
Oh my god.
That'd be great, wouldn't it? Would you love that?
I know a few people that would love to join me for that. That'd be funny. Alright, thanks a million for all the comments. Like, the comments were really popping off this evening, and it was really nice chatting to you and doing kind of the interactive type stuff. That was really, really cool. There's loads of stuff that I didn't get to, but it was nice to see you guys are chatting backwards and forwards as well. I thought it was cool, Lucila, looking at the comments as well and chatting back to you, the questions. And I really do like the kind of way that things do pop up there, and you're chatting about it, we're talking about it, and we can kind of all do it together. It's a nice kind of communal thing. I'd love to keep that going. So thanks a million for putting the comments in. All the stuff from my coconut oil in my hair, or the Wim Hof stuff, or like any of the stuff you were talking about. It was really, really cool. We're sorry about the hiccup at the start, but I thought it was very funny. I went live on Instagram Live, and hopefully it's still there. I might be able to stick it up online, but that was quite funny. I gave a quite little tour. I might even try and do that the next day. I think that was cool anyway. If I can go live and chat to the guest for a little bit, that's quite cool, and then tell everyone join us over on YouTube. I think that's quite good. So we picked up a few things. I might go live with the guest pre-show anymore, and then also I'll get the guest to look at comments as we're chatting. I think they're quite good things that kind of came up this evening. Learning all the time, guys, and you're helping me build the show. It's really, really good fun. Any other takeaways, Morgan? No? I think that's everything nearly. That was quite good.
Yeah, well, check things sooner than we did.
Yeah.
Monday, not even on Mondays, Tuesdays. It's a thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Tomorrow we're doing we're preparing it today. There was a sketch crew that prepared a pilot. It's like 20 minutes long, and they just sent it through today. I'm going to watch it later on, but it's like properly produced. It's really well done, and they were good enough to let us put it up online. So we're going to stick it up tomorrow. We'll play it during the live stream. There's like 4 or 5 of them. I think I've seen some other stuff before, but like, it's going to be really, really nice to chat to them and see how you make something big. It's a full-on pilot, a lot of sketches that we've seen were like shorter things and stuff like that. This is like a finished thing. It's fairly big. So if you want to hear about how to make it, if you have any comments, any questions for the guys about even funding, I think, or like anything higher end, give us a shout. You can message me on his Instagram if you want. I can kind of prepare a few of the questions at James O.D Comedy, or you can stick it on the comments there later on for tomorrow. We can do that. And then later on the week, we're not chatting to a comic on Thursday night. We're going to be talking to Anton, who's a producer. He produces loads of different podcasts and does a lot of video editing and that type of stuff. He's around the Bill Murray a good bit. He actually used to use this room a lot. And we're always chatting about diet and exercise and everything like that. He's really into it. So I'm looking forward to that one anyway. There's like no one watching that evening. Cool. That's perfect. Other than that, thanks a million for watching. And I'll see you again tomorrow night. Take it easy and chat to you soon. Bye.